This hour, the Minister of Energy, Dr. Matthew Poku-Prempeh, says Ghana will leverage on revenues from indigenous oil and gas resources to develop renewable and cleaner energy for world-class advocates. Now, this, according to the Minister, will ensure that the country is not confronted with stranded assets. According to him, the country is strategically planning to overcome the challenges imposed by the energy transition agenda and to move with the rest of the world towards cleaner energy. Well, this is what he told an EU delegation led by the Commissioner for International Partnerships. And of course, as you can see there on your screen, excerpt of that reads that Ghana is a signatory to the Paris Agreement as well as other international protocols which require us to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2050. Now, this is why it has become imperative for us to plan and strategize to steer our country towards a low carbon economy while ensuring economic growth. That's except of that statement to the EU delegation to Ghana. Joining us to discuss is petroleum expert Dr. Suleimana Yusuf. Doc, grateful that you could join us. First of all, is Ghana ready for an energy transition?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Charles. Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your charity viewers.
Great to have you with us. First of all, as I was asking, is it the right time for Ghana to have an energy transition agenda?
Yeah, it's the right time. There can't be any better time than now, and I think it's the best time, especially for the fact that there hasn't been a situation or an environment where energy transition has achieved what you call a phenomenal support in terms of the massive amount of funds that's actually going to green energy movement. So I think the environment is just right. But I think what is critical is what strategy are we championing so that we don't impact our mainstream hydrocarbon where we have a critical strategic advantage on. So I think Ghana is ready. But if you look at what happened over the last decade, last 10 years, you remember 2010, we gave ourselves a target to achieve like 10% generation from renewables. We couldn't do that by 2020, so it means that the strategy wasn't right. So the minister is right on until we change our strategy to re-strategize to make sure that, we give attention to where attention is due without compromising where we have strategic advantage. Then I think we'll end up in reaching 2020 or 2030 where we have shifted the next target and we'll find ourselves wanting. So yes, we need clear strategy to champion energy transition that will not impact, our hydrocarbon production.
Indeed. The sector minister, though, has been cautioned. He's very cautious, actually, in stating that Ghana is strategically planning to overcome the challenges that, come with energy transition. What challenges are we looking at exactly, from your perspective?
Yeah, so from my perspective, there are clear challenges, and I think you mentioned one of them in the statement.
If you can come again on that point, on the existing challenges that can come with energy transition.
When energy transition takes centerfold. Hello?
Yeah.
That we can have can you hear me? I think.
Yeah, the line is tripping, but of course we can manage.
Yeah. So the existing challenge is what the minister clearly mentioned, which is a stranded asset. Because the fact that, there's no competition between investment into the world of hydrocarbon and investment into the world of renewables. And I think the main challenge is the fact that assuming energy transition, gets the center stage, it means that investment into the world of hydrocarbon is going to be impacted. And if investment is impacted and we are not able to extract the required resources that we need to champion our developmental agenda, then that's a big challenge. A second challenge for African continent, not only Ghana, is the need to industrialize. I think at this moment, renewable energy is not in position to industrialize Africa. In fact, it's not in any position to even industrialize global community because we have energy security ramifications that are associated with it. There are three things that I think renewable energy has to be able to overcome to be able to be a competitive replacement for hydrocarbon. Renewable has to be competitive, renewable has to be dependable, and renewable has to be available. As we speak in our chart, there is no single renewable energy that can champion heavy industries as we speak. So the fact that we need to industrialize and the fact that we have an upsurge in renewables that is competing with funds with respect to the investment to the world of hydrocarbon is a clear challenge. However, with strategy, I think we need to do that. The parallel investment is the way to go here. In the part of the world where I operate, they are able to take advantage of their world of hydrocarbon and invest into the world of renewables. So the minister said it right. Whatever investment or whatever profits that we are getting from the world of hydrocarbon, we need to make concerted effort to champion that, to channel that part of it to, world of renewable for tomorrow. For one main reason, because hydrocarbon resources are finite. They are not going to live with us forever. So if there is no any other driving force for us to champion parallel investment of hydrocarbon and renewables, the fact that hydrocarbon resources are finite, then should be enough driver for us to make concerted effort to channel part of the revenue that we get from hydrocarbon into the world of renewable.
Indeed. Well, Ghana continues to find a balance between renewable and fossil fuel investments, now at least in the short to medium term. But how sustainable can this be, Doc?
Yeah, that's a good question. Sustainability-wise, the question of what I would say, the question of profitability. We need to make sure that renewable energy becomes profitable. We need to make sure that energy becomes profitable. But as now, carbon is dwindling very fast. Carbon, but there's a challenge on one side. We're going to the world of renewable. It's to make concerted effort. It is sustainable as long as we are able to attract the needed investment into the world of hydrocarbon without compromising. With renewables, without compromising investment into the world of hydrocarbon. The net zero they are talking about by 2050. Just net zero doesn't mean zero investment into the world of hydrocarbon. That's what you must get clear. Net zero simply means that those elements like carbon dioxide and methane that are responsible for the global warming, if you're able to capture that, and technology has gone far to be able to capture this kind of element. So if you can capture that, it means that we'll still be able to invest into the world of hydrocarbon for some time. And yes, the world of hydrocarbon will be with us for some time. And African continent and Ghana for say, one other strategic advantage you have is the forestry. All right, it's a carbon offsetting technology. It's another what we call carbon capture technology. We have natural vegetation and green grass. Forestry that is available. We need to make sure that we grow that. Because at the point in time, when you are going out to the capital market to source of funds to invest into the world of hydrocarbon, they will ask you that what kind of carbon capture technology that you have. And in Africa, I think our main competitive advantage, and Ghana per se, will be our forestry. We can quantify that the level of forestry or the level of afforestation that we have, which is a potential source of capturing carbon, then it can be an opener for us to be able to invest in, to source for funds to invest into the world of hydrocarbon. But indeed, there is a challenge, and the challenge is that investment into the world of hydrocarbon is dwindling, and we need to be aware of that, and we need to strategize to be able to make sure that we have homegrown policies that will be able to take advantage of our indigenous oil and gas resources, so that even at the point in time that it is now self-energy.
Dr. Yusuf Suleiman, we're grateful that you could join us. He's a petroleum expert, and pardon us for the trip in the line there. But of course, we get the import of his message regarding Ghana transitioning to cleaner energy in the future.